Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about how to know like delivery. Okay, so what does delivery mean? When I say in my videos we're delivering from here, what does that actually mean? And what weight should you put delivering from? Like what weight should you put on that? Okay. There's different weights I put on different deliveries. Like for an example, if we're delivering from a fair value gap, for example, like I'll put a higher weight on this rather than if we're delivering from an inversion only. Okay. So I'm just gonna show you guys what I mean by that. Don't forget, if you guys want to join my WAP, I literally live stream every single day. Click the WAP link in the description below. I'm running a sale right now, 50% off. Just use code Dodgy. I live stream every day, and you can watch me live trade and live teach. So you can do that. And then the other thing is, if you want to buy a few funded accounts or a few eval accounts, make sure to click the Apex link, code Dodgy, 71% off. I just want to say, like, I am going to switch to an eval account the rest of the week until Christmas, because from today and just yesterday it was getting really bad. The price action has not been great. So I'm going to switch to an evaluation account the rest of the year, probably until Christmas, maybe even a little after Christmas, but we'll see. So yeah, let's get into the video. So what I mean by delivery is, this is more of like a hindsight thing. It's like you wake up in the morning and you're kind of seeing, where are we actually delivering from? So today, for example, I saw we took this high out. So a lot of people are probably thinking bearish, and I was too. But if the candle does not close below this, and I come into the marketplace and I see price is delivering from a fair value gap, that means I can't short, okay? Because we're delivering off a fair value gap as well as taking a low. Okay, and I put more weight. This is what I put the most weight on. I put the most weight on, okay, if we're delivering from a fair value gap, we're likely going to the next high. And this ties back into my MMXM video, because this is internal liquidity. Where should the market hit after internal liquidity? We should hit external liquidity, which is up here. So if I see bodies of a candle clearly respect the fair value gap, that allows me to be like, okay, the market is delivering from a fair value gap, which means we're probably going to go to the next high, which means anywhere in between that, I'm not really looking for a short. Does that make sense? Until it's violated. So until this is closed under, you can't look for a short, because this is where we're delivering off of. Okay. Now, another example. Okay, if I go back to yesterday, same thing with let's say like right here. Okay, let's say you don't catch this long setup in live time, and I come into the market and we're like right here. Let's say I just woke up from a nap or something. Okay, and I see this. Well, would I want to short this? No, because I see price delivering from a fair value gap, and I see how he respected it. Okay, so to me, until that's violated, I do not want to short, because that's where we're delivering from. Okay, I don't really use this in the lower time frame too much. I mainly use it in the higher time frame. So this is actually a great example from last week. Again, I come into the marketplace, I see the market bounces over here overnight, and that's where we're delivering from. We're delivering from an hourly fair value gap. Okay, we're not delivering from the middle of nowhere. If we're delivering from the middle of nowhere, it's a little different. If we're delivering from the middle of nowhere, we don't really have to hit a high. Okay, I think a delivery from a fair value gap is like the only scenario for me where I think we're going to go hit the next high. But if we're delivering off of anything else, like I would say like an inversion or something else, we don't have to hit that external high. What you'll typically see for an inversion is we'll typically hit the internal high. Okay, so like right here, we'll hit that internal high, but this, just because we're delivering off an inversion does not mean we have to go to the external high. Okay, and this is not going to be something you understand until you watch price more, but the fair value gap alone is like the biggest thing I use with, okay, this is where we're delivering from. I don't really look for order block deliveries too much. Order blocks are more of telling me order flow. I think it's really fair value gaps where I'm really paying attention to, are we delivering from a fair value gap, or are we delivering from the middle of nowhere? Okay, an example of us delivering from the middle of nowhere would be something like, let's see, something like this. See how price bounces here? But does price really bounce off of anything meaningful? No. I mean, you could argue and be like, oh, it's hindsight, this is delivering off a rejection block. But to me, price is not really delivering off of anything here. So it doesn't really make sense for me to be like, oh, I'm not shorting because price is delivering from just nowhere. Okay, another example would be, let me find another example here. And here, see here, price delivers off an order block. So at this point, I'm not confident we're going to go to the high here until we inverse this. Now, if price was delivering off a fair value gap here, I'd be much more confident. But like I said, I don't put too much weight in order block deliveries because I've seen these not hit the highs so much. Okay, so this is just another one. Okay, let me try to find like a better example. Okay, right here, this is a great example. Price right here. Okay, if I go to the left, is there anything meaningful here? Well, yes, there's an order block, but look, we violate this order block, right? We violate the mean threshold of it. Price closes below it. Well, what happens after? We deliver from it. We get an inversion, but this is not really good inversion because we're not really delivering from anywhere meaningful. We're just delivering from no man's land, right? We're just delivering from a random spot on price. Okay, and then you see this inversion fail and price comes back down, breaks this, and then we finally hit something meaningful later. This fair value gap, it's violated a little bit. Why? Because at the time, 6:50 a.m. Okay, you're not going to see good price at this time, but it's still, if this was in New York, it probably would have been better respected. And you can see price, when we do not respect this because this is the middle of nowhere, price comes down, breaks it. We actually go to somewhere meaningful this time, and now we're delivering off an actual fair value gap. So now that would give me confidence to long. Okay, so where we're delivering from is very important, and I mainly use this for if we're delivering off a fair value gap only. Okay, if we're delivering off of anything else, I don't really think we're gonna hit the highs until we deliver off a fair value gap. So again, be paying attention to where we actually deliver from. Okay, like a great example using this fair value gap is I actually thought we're gonna go to sell side here. Okay, but when I woke up the next morning and I saw this candle, I can't just be like, oh, well, we're delivering off an hourly fair value gap. I want to go to sell side here. I'm like, oh, we're delivering off this fair value gap. I'm not expecting sell side anymore because if we're delivering off of here, well, then that means the next high is likely going to hit, which would be up here. Okay, and then again, same example here. Like the wick clearly respects this fair value gap. We're not bouncing from in the middle of nowhere. Like we're actually bouncing from somewhere meaningful. Here would be an example right here. This is another good example. We're kind of bouncing from the middle of nowhere here. So I would not be confident in taking this long, okay? And I'll tell you straight up, I know it works, but I'm not confident in taking this long because, again, we're delivering from the middle of nowhere here. I'm only confident to take a long if we're delivering from somewhere meaningful. So this, to me, would be like, okay, we're now delivering from somewhere meaningful. Now I'm going to look for a setup, and then you can see the setup I'll be much more confident in right there. So again, delivery from different PD arrays are important, but I think it's the most important. I've definitely put more weight on the fair value gaps as a whole rather than other stuff. Yeah, this is what I mean by where the market delivers from. Okay, and this is a really good video. Again, not a lot of people understand this. Just watching price so much is important to understand the delivery and where we're actually coming from, because if you don't know the origin of where price is coming from, you're gonna not understand where price has to go. Okay, make that into a quote. DD to 2023. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Again, if you want to use my discount, there's a 50% off discount for my Discord right now. Click the WAP link. I live stream every day. Really good live stream on YouTube today. I was on like a 12 winning streak and ended up taking my first loss, but I did take a win today too, so balances out nicely. But yeah, that's it for today. Let me know if you guys have any questions. If you got this far in the video, comment comment the word arrow if you got to the end. So appreciate you guys watching. Other than that, peace out.